Always be what you want to be, unless you want to be a fly, because flies are fucking annoying. So don't be one of those. That was just a bit of motivation for you today on this lovely Sunday. The reason why I just spat a motivational quote at you is obviously because the title of this video is how to stay motivated. So I'm going to talk about how I stay motivated and how I just can keep doing what I'm doing every single day, pushing through barriers, pushing through them, pushing through all the barriers. I'm gonna teach you how to do that. But before I get started, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. I don't know why I'm doing this with my hands, that's dumb. And go to allroundbymaitland.com, get your merch, it's super comfy. Anyway, now I've got all that promo out of the way, let's get straight into the video. All right, so this video is gonna be a little bit more serious. This is for the people that actually want to learn how to be, I don't know, a better human being in general. Just how to accomplish things in life and stuff like that, so you're not stuck doing shit that you hate for the rest of your life. I'm just gonna start it off on the basics. So basically, eat properly and take the right supplements. They're two things that I cannot stress enough. I eat fucking great food every single day, usually, unless I'm eating Nando's or burgers, which is like my weakness. Like, I love a fucking burger, I do. Anyway, I usually eat really well. I take certain supplements as well for longevity, for health reasons, fitness reasons, and also for brain reasons. Following that, number 2 is exercise. So you always start with your diet, blah, 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 and then move on to exercise. So I train 3 hours a day, 5 days a week, every single week, from mixed martial arts to gym training to endurance training. So I'm always doing something. I have been having Saturdays and Sundays off the gym, but usually I'm active every single day. I'll be doing some active shit, riding skateboards, breaking wrists, that kind of stuff every day. Just always stay active. Keep your mind active as well. Number 3 is finding work that you love or hobbies that you love. So for me, doing this started off as a hobby. Just filming videos and everything was a hobby. As you all know, I lived in Ayers Rock and I started filming out there because I was bored and it was just a little hobby of mine. I kept doing it because it was fun. Over 2 years, I got no money from it at all, not 1 cent from it. I was not doing this for the money at all. It just happens to be that after that many years, after that amount of time, I started to get paid for doing it and I was like, yes, quit my job, and now I do this full time. Do not get into anything because you want money. Start off as a hobby and then work your way from a hobby into a career. That's how it should be. Because if you're going into anything, especially like social media, if you're going into it with the intent of it being your job, you making money from it, it's going to portray you're not going to have as much fun, you know what I mean? And it's just going to be, it'll be shit. It won't be as good. Money is not everything. Money is great, but if you're not having fun, there is no point in having any money. Step number 4, once you have figured out what you want to do with your life, what you find fun and find out your passion, next you want to start planning towards that. You want to plan your goals and stuff towards where you want to go in life. So basically, I have a massive whiteboard and I have a massive like to-do list, so a calendar, and on my whiteboard I have all inspirational quotes, and then I also have like my monthly goals, I have my yearly goals, and then I'll write everything in, change it every single month as well, just so I'm constantly changing my goals. Once I've completed a goal, I will cross it off. That is great for future reference. So when you cross something off, 1, you get like a hit of happiness drug in your brain from accomplishing a goal, and 2, by the end of the year, once you cross all these things off, if you look at it at the end of the year, say you've crossed off 10 out of 12 things, the sense of accomplishment that you get out of that, you've just finished like 10 things that you thought were not going to happen. So all the goals I write for my year are things that are so far-fetched that it's things that could happen but most likely won't. The sense of accomplishment you get from that is fucking ridiculous, and it'll just make you want to keep pushing because you've got something there motivating you each day. Break it down from yearly goals to monthly goals, and then if you need to, break it down to weekly goals, and that'll make it even that little bit better for you because you'll be accomplishing things every single week. Now that's the whiteboard. On my calendar, I have everything that I need to do for that day written in that day. So at the start of the month, I will write in everything that I need to accomplish on certain days throughout the month, so that I know that I'm getting things done on time, which means that by the end of the month, I'll have everything that I want to do in that month done. If you don't plan stuff and you keep saying, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow, then by the end of the month, you've done nothing. Numero 5, now that you've got everything planned and you've worked out where you want to go, you've worked out your goals, your ambitions, stuff like that, next you're going to start training your mind. The way I did this when I first started was every morning I'd wake up and I would make the bed. That's how I started every day. This just put me in a mindset of, boom, you've done something, time to move on to the next thing. Your brain automatically senses that you've accomplished something and it wants to accomplish something else, and it just wants to keep doing things throughout the day. So if you start by making your bed and then maybe you go to the gym, that's 2 things that you've smashed out straight away, and your brain's gonna be like, all right, what's number 3? Boom, go do number 3. What's number 4? Go to work. Boom, work is done. Get home, number 5, done. By the end of the day, once you've accomplished all these things, they may be little things. It could be making the bed, doing the dishes, hanging the washing out, work on your business for an hour, then go to work, come home, sleep, do it again. It could just be stuff like that. But when you accomplish all those little things, you're gonna feel so much better about yourself. You'll be so much more motivated to go and do other things after you've accomplished something. So always start little, whether that be workouts, whether it be housework, anything like that, and just work your way up, work your way up, work your way up. And eventually you'll be at the point where you're just smashing things out. You can go to sleep at night knowing that you've just destroyed the day. Now this is something that I've had to work on a lot, and it is how much you work. So for me, when I first started, I was working 7 days a week. I only really cut back from 7 days a week not very long ago, and that was so I could have one day, which is a Sunday, and that one day is my day where I get to unwind, I hang out with Jess, we go out, we do stuff, we just chill. I don't have to stress about anything. I just do fun activities and stuff like that. I still upload one video, so I upload my Storytime Sunday videos on a Sunday, so I don't completely have the day off. But for me, just uploading one video on a day and not doing any business shit behind that, that's a massive day off for me. And I always go out and always have fun. I go see friends, and as I said, Jess and I will go do activities or some shit, but Sundays is always my day off. And finally, number 7, which is the last one. This is also something that I struggle with personally, and that is to stop and smell the roses. Basically what that means is you stop on the side of the street, you pick a rose and you sniff it. That's not what that means at all. Sometimes you have to sit back and you have to just realize how far you've come. You have to be like, wow, like I've done so much. Like say it's at the end of the year, I've done so much this year. You really need to give yourself credit for what you have accomplished. Me, I am someone that is never happy. I'm never satisfied. I could put out something tomorrow. It could be the best video I've ever put out. And then in a week's time, I'll be like, well, that. What am I doing next? I'm never, ever satisfied. And it's a blessing and a curse in a way, because I'm continuously getting better, but then it's also a curse because I can't switch off. That is why the whiteboard is so good for me, because that way I can visually see what I have accomplished. 2 more things before I go. 1, subscribe and turn on post notifications, because these videos are only on Sundays and they're only on YouTube. So if you're not subscribed to this channel, you will miss out on all these videos. Just subscribe, do it, do yourself a favor. Also, buy some merch. I said it at the start, I'll say it again, allroundbymaitland.com. It is fucking amazing. I love this shit. There will be some new drops coming soon, so get ready for that. If you haven't got the original all-round tee, then make sure you go get the original all-round tee. Anyway, as always, the hat is going towards the camera, and I'm feeling pretty good about this one. 1. Fuck, I felt horrible. I knew I felt horrible. I'm going one more time. I feel good about this one again, and flick it. Boom.